everyone. Welcome to Season 12, Episode 1 na po ng Ordinary Show or Ayos. Ayan, so with me tonight, our very, very special guest po from the community and from the school division. Siyempre, ibabanggitin natin mamaya kung saan yan. First of all, I'd like to start off with Miss Cory Juan. Siyempre, she's the retired school administrator for Winnipeg School Division and the founder of Seven Oaks Filipino Employees Association. Let's give a big hand. Cory Juan. Hello po, Ma'am Cory. Welcome to the show. Ayan. And of course, with me tonight din, syempre with us, is an educator of Seven Oaks School Division din, and she's the vice principal of Arthur E. Wright School, no? Dito yan sa Winnipeg. And of course, the president of the Seven Oaks Filipino Employees Association. Let's all welcome Dr. Cory Petrina.
Thank you.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, mga madam. Welcome to the show. Good evening po. Start off with Miss Cory. Hello po, Ma'am Cory.
Hi, hello.
Ayan, so greet all your friends naman, yung mga followers para rin, syempre. Ayan, of course, Ma'am Cory, hello po. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Magandang umaga, gabi, whatever time na mapapanood nyo kami. Salamat.
Yes, of course. We're being shown nga pala sa all over the world. So the Philippines, happy Monday po sa inyong lahat. Magandang araw ng Lunes sa inyo po. And kung nasaan man kayo, napakaganda po ng topic natin tonight. Of course, it's all about a milestone, no, sa Filipino community natin. Hindi lang sa Winnipeg, kundi the entire province din, no? Province-wide, and malalaman po natin yan. Siyempre, before anything else, I'd like to thank the MDC, Money Remittance Center, and of course, Cruz de la Cruz Accounting Services, our sponsors tonight. Thank you so much. Ayan, so, ang topic natin for tonight is the Filipino Bilingual Program. Siyempre, the first and a milestone po, something that's na magiging proud tayo dito, di ba? Mga binibini, mga ating mga guests tonight. So I'd like to start off with Ma'am Cory. No, who are
Yes.
the first question probably is who are the project proponents or ang mga nakaisip po na mag-come up with something like this, no? Yung ating Filipino Bilingual Program.
Okay. Well, first of all, to be able to envision this kind of program, it is like having a vision of how does it look like? How does the Filipino Bilingual Program fits into the Seven Oaks School Division? And to have this, it's important that you have to have a starting point of this. The 5 questions is what am I going to do? When am I going to do? Whom are we going to involve? Where? And all these W5 questions. In short, to be able to do this, you have to have in mind a global perspective. Why do you want this heritage program or the bilingual program? First of all, traveling in some parts of the world like Hawaii, I have an Ilocano background. To go to Hawaii, somewhere in the big island, in Hilo, in Maui, isn't it nice to see a line of Ilocano which says, "Maipari ti umisbo ditoy"? It made my heart so big. I felt so big and so important because in the part in the United States, you can see your own language, which is my mother tongue. And somewhere in Alaska, there's a big billboard there. Love your language. Love your heritage language. And other parts of the world. So to hear even the translation of hello in different languages makes me feel like, oh, I am a part of this world. Like I belong to the human race, but of different languages. And so from this, I tried to involve so many people. And fast forward, I think Sophia came into my life and some parents to help me make this Filipino bilingual into fruition. And I may add up that I think being a trustee in the Seven Oaks School Division, I saw the needs of this division. I saw the importance of the Filipino Bilingual Program. And I took the opportunity when the Hebrew program in the Seven Oaks School Division was fading away. It is like a door that is closed and then another door will be open. And so at that moment, I said, it's our time. And
Tama.
that's how it started. Thank you.
Especially Ma'am Cory and then Ma'am Pori, napakarami kasing Filipinos na talaga dito sa Winnipeg. And then, when did you start this, Ma'am Pori? And what's the importance po ba talaga, especially with the young children, to have the bilingual Filipino program? Ma'am Pori.
Well, okay. It all started in 2015. Am I right, Corey? Or 2016?
It started 3 years ago. This is our third year offering the program at Arthur E. Wright Community School. So, pangatlong taon na natin ito ngayong taon na to.
Wow.
So, yeah. And Tita Cory, thought of this program when she was a school trustee. It was it's not actually 3 years ago when it was thought of. It was many, many years ago when they've started talking about this. And it only came about, the offering of it 3 years ago.
So, Ma'am Pori, gaano katagal yung preparation nyo, no? Because maraming hurdles naman talaga dito in introducing this kind of program, especially sa hindi natin bansa, di ba? So, gaano katagal laging yung preparation po for this kind of program?
Okay, to start with, start from the school division. Okay, you present this to the superintendent and to the whole group of the trustees. You have to sell this idea, the importance and the relevance of this. And once they say yes, you start working on it. But I started it in 2012, actually. Right in 2012, when I was a part of the multicultural education of the province, I took this opportunity to say, all right, we're going to do something about the Filipino Bilingual Program. So the year 2012 was where we started the program. I mean, the envisioning of this program.
So it means to say that almost a decade ago, first officially thought of and envisioned,
So, ang tagal pala, no? So, yan, pero bago yan muna magpatuloy, no? I'd like to shout out muna sa mga viewers natin. Hi, Kelly Selgino Maglalang, Zel Villanueva, Contemperes, Melanie is watching, hello. Sali kayo sa ating Usapang Ayos, ano? Agree ka ba na maging isa na sa official languages ng Canada ang Tagalog? Ayan, sali nyo lang po yan. I-just write it down in the comment section kung ano sa tingin nyo. No? Kasi, napakarami na natin mga Pilipinos dito and one of the biggest proof na we are making our presence known is this Filipino Bilingual Program. Ayan, so mga madam, so ano ba yung mga struggles na na-encounter nyo in the process of having this approved? No? I'm sure may mga nag-raise ng eyebrows dyan, di ba, Ma'am Pori?
Yeah, definitely. Unang-una, ang kapwa natin, mga magulang.
Yes, Filipino pa, yeah.
Dahil sasabihin nila sa iyo, bakit pa Cory kailangan nandito na tayo sa Canada? Hindi na natin kailangan magsalita ng ating sariling wika. How can you refute that from them? Sasabihin ko, kung marinig mo ang isang taong nagsasabi sa iyo, ano po ang kailangan ninyo? Magandang umaga po at saka yung kanilang ngiti sa inyo, where can you find this way of speaking your own language kung hindi dito sa Winnipeg?
Correct,
okay?
Tama po.
So,
Ma'am Pori, when you started, sorry, go ahead po, Tita Cory.
So, listening to this, how much more sa ating mga kabataan ngayon?
Correct.
Fine, sasabihin ng mga ibang nakakarinig, what are they talking about? But this is the time for us to give them awareness. What are you talking about? Let them know. It's like makita mo yung isang lechon na buong buo, anong sasabihin nila? What are they eating? But you try to motivate, pakita kung paano ang panguya, paano kasarap ang lechon. All of a sudden, they will come and join you. So, I think it's just kind of dahan-dahan, maski susugatan ka dahil hindi nila alam ang kahalagahan ng lengguwaheng ito.
Tama.
Gaya ng pagkain. all of those things.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I see my own language.
Okay, ikaw Mampori naman, when you started teaching this, yung kauna-unahang day na tinuro mo ang Tagalog sa program, how did they accept it? Paano naging reception ng mga students mo noon?
Actually, hindi ako teacher ng
Oh,
programa.
okay. Sorry.
Hindi ako naging teacher ng programa, pero isa ako sa mga nag-advocate para magkaroon tayo ng Filipino Bilingual Program. Kagaya ng sinabi ni Tita Cory, it was really like you're selling something na napaka-precious, pero kapwa mo Filipino ayaw i-purchase. Ang hindi mabili sa kanila because of that mentality na sa Canada, English is the language that most people would usually speak. But para sa kaalaman ng marami, mas marami kang lingwaheng alam, mas advantageous sa tao kasi the more you become competitive, employability-wise, pakikiharap sa kapwa, mas nade-develop ang iyong sarili. And the program, by the way, is not only for Filipinos, it's also offered for non-Filipinos who are wanting to learn Filipino language and culture. So, hindi lang ito pag-aaral ng ating wika, kundi pati na rin ang kultura, traditions, and all the values that we want to pass on to our children, kasama rin dito. But I want to clarify, now, although this is a Filipino bilingual program, it doesn't mean that we're not following the Manitoba education curriculum. We are actually following the Manitoba education curriculum. Actually, we are enriching the Manitoba education curriculum by adding the subject Filipino in all the subjects that they need to do. And on top of that, tinuturuan sila ng pagkanta ng folk songs natin.
Wow!
Mga natin, yung piko, yung mga ganon, holen, yung leron-leron sinta, ng mga kanta, lahat ng mga yan ay tinuturo sa mga bata. So, it's actually an enriched program because our kids are not only learning the Manitoba education curriculum as well as they are learning yung sinasabi natin na ating Filipino.
Kumbaga, it's the Filipino culture as a whole. Yun ang tinatry nating i-enhance dito ngayon sa mga batang ito, di po ba?
Yeah.
Ma'am Cory.
Yeah.
Ma'am Cory. Ayan, so...
Yeah. Paglilinaw lang, sorry. Yes. I have to clarify kasi merong kasing wrong perception mga tao na ang Filipino Bilingual Program ay tinuturo lang ay halos Filipino. No. It's actually, majority ng mga courses are actually in English. Like English, kung depende sa grade level, meron ding French subject, science, math, social studies, phys ed, all those subjects na meron sa Manitoba Education and Curriculum, tinuturo to during regular hours at Arthur E. Wrights, it's from 9 to 3:30. Hindi to after school program. It's a regular programming ng ating school division. And so just to clarify.
And the medium of instruction is purely Tagalog po, Ma'am Cory, ano?
No.
Both.
Hindi. It's
Combined.
not pure, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just to make sure lang.
Yeah, the daily routines, yun ang sinasabi, Filipino, pero meron ding subject na Filipino, but the rest of the subjects are in English.
Ayun. So, meron lang tayong mga comments sa audience natin, ano? From Content Pairs, Melanie, ang sabi niya, kailangan para hindi makalimutan ng mga kababayan natin at lalo na ng mga anak natin, ang heritage kung saan sila nanggaling. Good point. Tama yun. Ang sabi ni Lisel Gino Maglalang, yes, agree ako dahil kahit saan ka magpunta, groceries, public places, may nagtatagalog. Wow. Hi, kay Jude Escalona is watching. Ang sabi ni Content Pairs Melanie, the more language you know, the better, for sure. Ang sabi ni Gemma Diana Baidal, much better sana maging second language ang Tagalog para medyo may laya kang magsalita ng Tagalog. Hindi yung Tagalog galit na yung ibang lahi, samantalang sila nagsasalita ng language nila na parang wala lang. Pag Pilipino ng Tagalog, big issue na, sabi nila. From Maggie Padilla, ang dami nagko-comment sa atin, ha?
Nice.
Definitely agree. We need to have bilingual program here because our children should know our Filipino heritage just like any other country and our roots. Tama naman yon. So, ang ganda ng mga sinabi nila, no? Does it affect you po ba na kapag nagtatagalog tayo, malaking issue sa mga ibang lahi, which is one of the iniisip natin na magiging hurdles natin kasi dito, is paano tayo tatanggapin, di ba? Paano tatanggapin yung Filipino culture as a whole, not just the language, no? Sa Canada kung nasaan tayo, but still you manage to succeed, di ba? Despite the hurdles nga na ito. And I'd like to commend you on that. Siyempre, congratulations. Ngayon ang question ko, will it be province-wide na po ba soon or is just here in Manitoba for now? I mean, in which...
Oh, let me answer that.
Yes po, Tita Cory.
I'm just so with pride and humility. It's Manitoba who started the program in the whole country of Canada. And even before this, it was Manitoba who started teaching Filipino to children way back in 1975 when multiculturalism evolved. And that's how it started. So now there are other provinces asking what did you do? Perhaps like Toronto is asking or Ontario is asking, how or when are we going to do something? They are asking right now if we could help them. So, although we are the first one who knows, especially nowadays, if we get the population of Filipinos in Canada, it's high time for other provinces to really establish their own bilingual program.
Tama, no? Tama. It should start a trend na talaga, di ba, Madam? Ayan.
And only that, if I may add up, kung pumupunta na kayo ngayon sa mga institutions, whether churches, mga businesses, banks, and others, ano ang nakikita ninyo? Kalahin natin.
Exactly. I agree po. Totoo yan. We're all over the place.
You cannot expect non-Filipino to say, maganda ho, kumusta po? No. Sasabihin agad sa'yo, what can I do for you? Okay? Direct to the point. And it's true. But yung ating kultura, hindi natin maitatago yan dahil kung hindi mo alam ang pinanggalingan mo, if you don't look back where you came from, you will not be able to reach your destination. Dala na natin yan sa ating luggage nung napunta tayo dito. Kaya itong mga businesses, they want somebody who has bilingual language. They will have more opportunities to have a job.
I agree po, I agree. Tama yung sinabi ni Ma'am Cory. Ma'am Cory, how was the first year of the program? Paano po ang naging takbo ng program during the first year? Marami bang nag-register na kids? And merong bang nag-retract? Meron bang nag-drop out? Can you tell us more of the story of the first year of the program?
Actually, sabi ko kanina, this is our third year offering the program to our community. Pero in 2015, where it was supposed to be the year where it started, ang nangyari, the Seven Oaks School Division supported our program. At the same time, nag-offer din ng indigenous languages, Ojibwe and Cree, ang Seven Oaks School Division. So na-approve tayo ng board, pero ang problema, hindi tayo nagkaroon ng enough number para program. So, katulad na sinabi ni Tita Cory kanina, hindi nabili ng kapwa Filipino ang sarili nitong binibenta. Right? If you are going to use an analogy on that, that's how we can put it. Pero hindi tayo tumigil doon. We kept on advocating for our program until finally we got the number. One of the Filipino parents who helped us is Miss Ivy Sarmiento, who is a parent to a twin estudyante ngayon sa ating Filipino Bilingual Program. So she, together with the other community leaders, supported the program by presenting to the board. And so after that, then we got it. It's really not an easy sell, it's a hard sell. That's why we are appealing to our fellow kababayans.
Yan. I'll give you the floor mamaya to appeal.
Yeah.
Mag-Cory pero magkwentuhan muna tayo. Mamaya abot tayo dyan. Kasi ang question ko, ilan ba kasi ang kailangan for a single class for the program?
Actually, okay lang sila sa atin kung mayroon tayong 15 students.
15, okay.
Simula.
Maganda nga. Yeah. Normally, sa Seven Oaks, maliit naman talaga mga class sizes. And kapag iisipin natin, kung hindi pandemic time, ay 2022 yung ideal size number. Pero sa Filipino Bilingual Program, medyo hindi sila ganun ka-strict pagdating doon sa pagkumpleto ng number na yon. So kung meron tayong between 15 to 20, ideal yon. Multi-age level yung ino-offer natin. A combination of 2 grade levels. But now we offer this year, nangyari because we didn't have enough number of students to complete. Nagkaroon ng grades 1, 2, and 3. One class in another class for grades 4 and 5.
Okay.
So yun yung number natin sa ngayon. So our division would like our program to thrive, and it will thrive when it is supported by our kababayan. And so yun yung ating gustong iparating sa lahat.
Yan. Okay. Ma'am Cory and Ma'am Pori, so in terms of materials naman, no, nagbibigay ba tayo ng mga textbooks na Tagalog dito, or do they watch videos showing the folk dances? So ano yung mga supporting materials natin sa pagtuturo natin ng Tagalog?
Everything. Because of technology, you cannot just limit. The sky is the limit. We also give some books as a help to them, and they love it. But because of the technology, and also here in Canada, into the schools, supplies and materials are the number one priorities in order for the children to have equipments and tools for their studies. Kaya yung question mo, yes, everything, mga libro, mga lahat-lahat ng mga gamit. But of course, yung ating mga nasa ulo na natin, mga nandito, we can share the dances, the songs, and remember, even it's not only in Filipino, nandyan yung Kapampangan, yung Bisaya,
wow,
yung
really po, nice.
So definitely, kung lahat nandun, and you should see the teachers who are there, they're very competent, and you will be just kind of, it's a breathtaking to go and observe these children, because if you see them, you can say, wow, kaya siguro kung magkaroon ka pa ng isang anak, then tingnan natin, involve mo na sa
Yes, why not, Tita, di ba? Speaking of competent teachers, Tita Weng is watching. Hello, Tita Weng Matilla, you're watching. Si Kit Peleo is watching. Roland Matilla is watching. Ang sinasabi niya, meron pong mga links at mga aklat. O kasi, I myself, lumaki ako sa Abacada, yung mga ganung mga libro, di ba?
Yes.
Meron tayong mga textbooks ng mga kasaysayan, yung mga istorya na yan, di ba? So in terms of Tita Cory and Tita Pori, yung support naman ng division itself, how are they supporting this program po? The division and the community.
Okay, let's separate the community and the division. First of all, it comes from the division, okay?
Yes.
The materials, support is there. As long as you let them know, they will support you. The only main problem right now, give us the students and we will give the full support. Okay, that's our problem right now. Pori and I, you just don't believe, even in the middle of the night, Pori and I are thinking, what else are we going to do? What else can we do? So you're one of this savior right now that we can just spread out the good news about the bilingual.
Yes, tama po. And I'm happy to do that, yeah.
I may add up in terms of opportunities. I have a husband who is a businessman, but his sideline is translator in Canada. Translator Tagalog Ilocano. And he just So all these things will be an opportunity for the young ones in the future. Okay.
Nice. And ito lang, silly question lang po. Kasama rin po ba ang pag-i-introduce ng mga Filipino food sa recess nila dito? Hindi. Okay.
Definitely, but because of some teachers, I'm not going to say ignorance, but because of no awareness of what is it. For instance, okay, not even snacks, lunch. Yung isang bata nagdadala ng rice and fish. You as a teacher do not have the right to say bakit yan ang kakainin mo. And there are teachers who ask this question because, no, bakit mas nutritious pa ito kaysa yung bibili ka sa McDonald's? Okay?
Correct, I agree.
This one is being prepared by your parents. They know that is good for you. So what's wrong about it? So there is this kind of awareness so that walang misunderstanding between food, the culture, and the tradition. Even yung pagtingin mo sa kanila. It's not our tradition to look at the teacher, kundi nakabaw sa kanila. Look at me. Yes, titingnan kita. Yung pagtingin ko sa'yo, natatakot ako. So, it's not a common problem of all these things. Awareness is the most important thing for these teachers.
Yes, tama. Natanong ko lang yung Tita Cory kasi, di ba, our food is also rich in culture natin, di ba? Kaya, tinanong ko lang kung may kasama yung food sa recess nila. Like yung mga bibingka natin dyan or what have you, di ba?
Definitely. Yeah.
Tita Cory, I have a question for you, Tita Cory. How's the program during the pandemic naman?
So sa ngayon, patuloy pa rin naman, in class naman yung nangyayari sa ngayon. Pero there are a couple of students who are doing homeschooling. Also, some are doing remote. Pero majority of the students are in class. And so they're getting the full benefit of learning sa classes sa school. Nakakatuwa nga kung pwede nga lang bang bisitahin sila ngayon pero hindi pwede.
Oh, yes.
Kasi pwede magkaroon ng open house na katulad na magagawa natin kung hindi may pandemya. It would have been nice to do that, to really showcase the programs. And when you were talking about the materials, kung makikita niyo lang yung buong classroom ng mga to, ma-amaze kayo. Like one of the teachers, Teacher Ron, was showing me na yung nung umuwi sila ng Philippines, ang gaganda ng kanyang mga instructional materials from the Philippines. So, meron din kasing bukod dun sa instructional materials na ginagamit, libro, ay meron din tayong binubuo na like club nung nakaraang sinimulan, Arnis.
Uy, wow, yeah. Nice.
Yes, nag-form ng isang grupo and then band and lyre, binubuo rin yan ko sa may majorette. Kaso naputol yung pagpa-practice.
Sayang, yes, sayang.
Pandemic. But all these activities that they're actually working on, normally we have Philippine Independence Day celebration at Maples Collegiate every year kung saan na showcase yung mga activities ng mga bata. What we did last year, actually, 2020, June 2020, nilagay na lang namin sa Channel 7 Oaks yung virtual celebration of Philippine Independence Day. At doon namin nilagay yung mga dances ng mga bata, kanta, play, and all to highlight yung mga ginagawa sa klase.
Nice. And you mentioned, Ma'am Cory, kanina, na this is open for non-Filipinos as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, what are their feedbacks ng mga non-Filipino na parents? At
Yung mga-
commonly sinasabi nila sa inyo, be it positive, negative?
Yung mga non-Filipinos, these are the Filipinos who are married to Filipinos. These are the parents who are so eager for their children to attend the program. Okay? And we get positive things from them. Only one that hinders them is if they are not from the division, transportation is a problem.
Oh.
So, because the transportation is not being shouldered by our division. But you know what? In the future, something will come out of this if truly they want this program to flourish. Okay?
Yeah. Kung gusto ko may dagdag, ang ating programa ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata na nasa 7 Oaks School Division, nasa catchment ng 7 Oaks School Division, pero ang ating programa ay open to all
School division.
out of our school division. Ang kaibahan nga lang kapag ka nasa 7 Oaks School Division ay if they live na 1.6 kilometers kasi yung ano nila ngayon dahil sa pandemya, yung layo mula sa school, mayroong libre na school bus.
Okay.
Pero yung mga taga-labas ng school division, ng 7 School Division, ay pwede nilang i-enroll ang kalang mga anak. Meron din tayong mga estudyanteng ganon, pero sila yung maghahatid at magsusundo sa ating mga bata. And it's a good point. Tita Cory has mentioned about sometime in the near future, our hope is that we can access free transportation for families who would like to send their children to our school. And you can, like, if we can advocate for that, lobby that to our government to continue their support to our program, that will be an awesome thing to happen on top of what we're actually doing now.
Tama, ang ganda nun, no? Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Tita Cory.
It just remind me also one interesting thing that these classes are doing at Arthur E. Wright is the translation of O Canada in Filipino. Kung maririnig mo silang kumanta ng O Canada in Filipino,
Oh, wow.
at talaga naman mapapaiyak ka. Sa saya ng iyong pag-iisip, matutuwa ka sa mga bata. So, all these things came from this program. So, there will be many, many more interesting to be done into this program.
Especially during our Filipino Heritage Month, no? Every June. For sure, may participation ng mga batang ito, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, banggitin ko lang po, si Tita Weng, ang sabi niya, may baon po ang mga bata na pagkaing Pinoy. Respected po ang lahat. Ayan. Sheila Tamayo says, agree. So, mga kaayos, sasali pa rin kayo sa ating Usapang Ayos. Ang sagutin niyo lang po kung agree ba kayo na maging isang official language na po ang Tagalog, no? Dito po sa Canada. So, mga madam, would you say po na this is a big step towards making Tagalog a national language? Would you say? Itong Filipino Bilingual Program natin? Kasi they're saying na pwede na kasing maging official language o third official language ang Tagalog sa Canada kasi napakarami ng nagtatagalog eh. Would you say this is a big step towards that?
Can I say something about that?
Ahead po, Tita Cory.
Okay, at this point, it's still perhaps early to say that na pwede nang magiging official language. If we can hear from other provinces how they feel about it, I think there is no problem. Gaya ng Friends, hindi mo na rin gaanong maririnig ngayon ang mga Friends as a bilingual in some other areas of the cities. I can say from my own observation and perspective, in the 7 Oaks School Division, I can say that the bilingual English and Filipino can be implemented in this area. So, as a Canadian, siguro in the long run it will, but not at this point.
Yeah,
Meron
lang po tayong comment sa mga viewers natin. Ang sabi ni Sheila Tamayo, madami ng Filipino dito sa Canada, may taguyod nating maigi ang tradisyon, kaugalingan at magandang asal ng mga Pilipino. Ayan. So Sheila, pasok ka na sa raffle. Ha? Ayan. So mga sa late tuners po, hello. Napakasarap po ng ating discussion tonight. Welcome to our Season 12, Episode 1. Kasama po ngayon ang mga representatives natin from 7 Oaks, Filipino Employees Association, siyempre from Arthur E. Wright. Ang pinag-uusapan natin ay ang Filipino Bilingual Program. And how they can register po sa program na ito and anong-anong mga grades na involved? Anybody can answer po.
So sa ngayon, we are offering it sa early years. Ang step para makaregister ay they can contact the school and they can contact us directly para makapagtanong tungkol sa programa. And I don't know how you can share our information sa ating mga tagapakinig or tagapanood. But by contacting Arthur E. Wright Community School, sa office doon or ako mismo, directly, they can contact me and I would be happy to assist them para mag-register. Mayroon ding online registration na pwede nilang ma-access through the 7 Oaks School Division website.
What about Facebook page po? Is there any Facebook page na kailangan nilang puntahan where they can see the frequently asked questions, yung mga ganon? Siyempre, marami pa rin tanong ang mga parents about it, right?
Yeah, magandang bagay, suggestion yan sa amin na pwede naming magawa.
Pwede.
May mga pag-uusap tungkol sa paano pa namin mapaparating mas nakararaming mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos sa ating community ang ating programa, kasi ang nakakalungkot ay within 7 School Division, marami pa rin ang hindi nakakaalam na may bilingual program. And so one of the suggestions when I was having a meeting last Friday, when I was meeting with the teachers and I was asking them in what way can we help promote the program, it's funny because one of the teachers was white. I asked her, sabi ko sa kanya, you're the only one in our meeting who's not Filipino, so maybe we can get something from you. And so she suggested by sending it through school newsletters. And so sabi ko, maganda yan. So pwede kong i-email lahat ng mga principals para isama sa kanilang newsletters yung Filipino Bilingual Program. And meron na rin conversations around putting together a video. Ang gusto nga namin sanang mangyari ay yung quality video na professional ang pagkakagawa na kung saan i-highlight doon yung mga activities ng mga bata.
Marami akong kilalang marunong gumawa niya, Ma'am Pori.
Okay. So, like, a lot of the things that we do actually puro volunteering. Like,
okay.
When we were trying to promote the program, nung hindi pa ako vice principal at hindi pa ako directly assigned to this program, kaming lahat na na-involved dito at continue to be involved, we're doing this voluntarily. Like, money-wise, kami yung sumasagot, time, talent, lahat na binibigay namin. And all we ask ay yung suporta ng community. So if we can get more support, technical aspect of that, promotion of our program, spreading the news to our community, those are awesome things that you can help us with, lessen our burden somehow, or actually delegating the tasks so that the more, parang bayanihan, mas aming nagbubuhat sa bahay, mas magaan ang pag-carry ng bahay, right?
And this is one way of disseminating the information. You actually, yung pagbisita nyo po sa show tonight, it's a big factor na. Talagang it will go a long way. No? And sana nakatulong si Papa Di po sa program na yan. Di ba?
Yes, salamat ng marami.
Yeah.
So, kasi nga, yung nga gaya nga nasabi ni Ma'am Pori, not everybody knows na may ganitong program. To think na napakaraming Filipinos dito sa Winnipeg. Ayan. So what are the future plans po, Ma'am Pori? Kasi we don't know what's going to happen dito sa pandemic na to eh. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, our hope is that we can continue to recruit more in our programs. And so our hope is that next school year, sa September, ay ma-offer na natin yung grade 6. Kasi ang grade level natin yun ay grade 5 every year kasi we add 1 year. And then I was talking to some and sabi ko, ang vision na natin, lawakan na natin, hindi lang programa, kundi magkaroon na tayo ng sariling paaralan.
Correct, I agree ako dyan.
School. Na, iyon yung legacy na maiiwan natin. Kasi nga ay, imagine, calling a school a Filipino bilingual school. And it will be the very first in Canada.
Correct.
And sa Winnipeg, sa Manitoba. And so, first, right? And
kasi
so,
kung merong equal na school, why not have a Filipino school, di ba, Ma'am Pori?
Yan na. Lakihan na natin. Hindi lang programa, kundi talagang eskwelahan na.
Go ahead, Ma'am Pori. You're about to say something po.
Yeah. One way, and this is my own perspective of this. Dahil nga nandyan na yung Filipino bilingual, ang pinakamaganda na aking ipinopropose ngayon sa Sofia and even the community is to have the Filipino Association in 7 Oaks and to be called SOFA. Dahil ang sofa, inuupuan mo,
Sofa,
ikaw ang...
yes.
And in that sofa, you will have not only the students and the parents, we will also involve the grandparents dahil sila ang nagkakaroon ng lalong-lalong heritage galing sa atin ng mga ito. They will bring in a lot of information, knowledge for the sake of the children. And then yung mga youth, maraming magagawa ng mga youth tungkol dito. And so, because of the pandemic, and that's one thing that hinders. I know that we have a timeline in doing this, and I feel kind of guilty and not because of the pandemic. How can we organize this organization at this time? I don't know. But that is one of the goals that I would like to do it ASAP.
Andy, close the door, ha? Ayan. So, tama nga, ano? Especially, hindi pa natin kasi sure yung mangyayari. So, magandang sinabi ni Ma'am Cory, di ba, na magkaroon tayo ng isang solid na association to further push itong ating programa, no? The sofa. Sana magkatotoo yan. Sofa natin na yan. Well, again, Ma'am Cory, pakiulit nga po yung process kung paano sila makaka-enroll or makaka-register or to get some information about the program.
So para mas kampante sila na malaman yung tungkol sa programa, pwede naman nila akong kontakin directly about our program kasi at least mayroon bang personalized approach. Merong customer
parang counseling.
parang ganon na mas at home ka na makipag-usap dahil kapwa mo Filipino.
Totoo naman yun.
At pari rin mga teachers na nagtuturo, si Teacher Wei and si Teacher Ron, pwede rin silang i-approach. Pero to register nga, meron tayong registration form, application form na kailangan na gawin. It can be done online and meron ding paper-based na pwede rin kunin sa akin ang hard copy ng registration form, and then ako yung magfo-forward nun sa office para ma-process ng aming secretary sa ating opisina sa Arthur E. Wright Community School na Avenue.
Pero Ma'am Cory, paano yung mga nasa outside Seven Oaks School Division naman? Paano naman? Can they cross?
Yes. Pwede naman. Out of school division.
Pwede.
Mayroong out of school division form na kailangang fill up kasi nga gawa ng budget per school division. Pero they can register sa programa natin.
Oh, kasi siyempre sa mga nakakanood po nito na outside Seven Oaks, siyempre they're gonna think na ang anak ko hindi sakop ng jurisdiction ng Seven Oaks. So paano 'yon? So pwede. Ayan,
pwede. Na makapasok sila sa ating programa.
Ayan, so may nagko-comment sa atin si SRKK Marie, sabi niya, super agree para hindi makalimutan ng ating mga bagets ang language natin. More advantage din sa kanila. Tama, ayan. Mas maraming salamat kay SRKK Marie. So meron pa tayong ilang mga minutes, pwede pa kayong sumali mga kaayos sa ating discussion. It's a very, very fruitful and informative topic naman talaga tungkol sa Filipino Bilingual Program. Diba? Ayan, so Madam Cory, nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat for gracing the show tonight. Any parting words po? Any words of inspiration para sa mga kababayan natin?
I guess Tita Cory first.
Okay. Ano ba ito? Seniority first?
I always love the saying na how do you say that? If you don't love your language, mas masahol pa kaysa sa isang malansang isda.
Ang hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay masahol pa sa malansang isda.
And to me, mahal na mahal ko ang aking sariling wika. Number 1, Ilocano. Number 2, Tagalog. Number 3, English. Nice. But to enrich myself, I also love Spanish. And talagang lahat ng mga yan. But to promote this, we need the cooperation of parents. Kaya kayong mga nakakarinig sa mga aming appeal, pakiusap, tulungan ninyo kami dahil hindi amin ito, atin ito. In this 7 Oaks lang, pero sa kapakanan ng ating Filipino community dito sa Manitoba at saka sa Canada.
Tama, I agree. Pero bago natin magpatuloy, meron pong questions ang isang viewer natin. Anybody can answer po. Ang sabi nila, do they accept volunteers? Ano ang mga requirements? I think somebody wants to volunteer po.
Yeah, we need... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Anna.
So, sa volunteer work ngayon, dahil may pandemya, hindi pansamantalang tumatanggap ng volunteers. Pero it doesn't mean na walang time walang pagkakataon na ang tao na makapag-volunteer. Kapag natapos ang lockdown and meron ng pagbabago sa restrictions ng gobyerno, ay maaari rin tayong mag-open ng ating pintuan para sa mga volunteers. We value the contribution of our volunteers.
Kailangan natin yan, yes.
Yeah, pero dahil nga limitado lang ang number of people na pwedeng pumasok sa eskwelahan, iniiwasan yung mixing of cohorts and yung pagpunta ng mga tao as much as possible. Kaya hindi pansamantalang tumatanggap ng volunteers sa school. Pero time will come na we will gladly accept volunteers in our school.
Ayun. Basta ang importante at this point in time, Mampori, is the information dissemination pa rin, no? Be it yung mga flyers natin, na nandyan lang, no, for their information. Kung may mga questions, the 7 Oaks School Division channel po ba yung sinasabi nyo kanina? Where they can go and check?
Website.
7?
The link to the 7 Oaks.
It's 7 Oaks School Division website. They can find the online application through that. Kung nahirapan sila, they can contact the school and they can ask for me.
Ayan.
They can phone the school and the secretary will direct the phone call to me, transfer the phone call to me.
Madaling tandaan, Pori, di ba? Madaling tandaan ang pangalan ni Ma'am Pori.
Para kaming kambal ni Tita Cory.
Cory and Pori, o ano?
Even yung superintendent, pagka kaming dalawa na ni Tita Cory ang magkasama, ay nagkakabaliktaran.
Sorry, Pori.
Sorry, Pori. Well,
It's
with that
okay.
being said, Ma'am Pori, any parting words po, words of inspiration, encouragement sa mga viewers po natin who'd like to join the program? Go ahead, Ma'am Pori.
Yeah, salamat. Kaya na nabanggit ko kanina, ang programa na ito na mahabang panahon ang ginugol para mabuo at mai-offer sa ating kapwa Filipino and non-Filipinos. And so now that it is here, naluto na, kailangan na lang
Ibenta.
saing na. Mayroon ng sinaing, may ulam pa, libre pa nga yung sa
Inin na.
Yes.
Yeah.
Libre at saka just mind you, napakagaling ng mga nagtuturo sa program. And
Can you mention them
Yeah.
again, Ma'am Pori? Can you mention the brave teachers natin, na magagaling?
si Mr. Ron Scala and Miss Rowena Matila are our two teachers na talaga namang napakagaling at magiging advanced pa ang pagkatuto ng inyong mga anak. In all humility, alam ko naman na alam natin na kapag Filipino ang nagturo ay mapasensyoso at saka talaga we want quality education for our children.
Because the passion is there. Ayan.
Yeah. And so, makakasiguro kayo na ang inyong mga anak ay mabibigyan ng tamang atensyon. Makakasiguro kayo na ang inyong mga anak ay matututo na hindi lang Manitoba education curriculum, ma-enrich pa yon dahil magkakaroon sila ng pagkatuto sa sariling wika. Kasi sasabihin ng iba, natututunan ko yan, nagsasalita naman ang anak ko ng Filipino, but yung formal teaching of the language is different than yung social skills na natuturo, yung language skills na natuturo, iba dun sa formal language na tinuturo sa school. Yung sa pagsulat, pagbasa, hindi yan matututunan ng mga anak just by merely speaking it to them sa bahay.
Correct,
So,
I agree.
pa rin yung ipasok mo ang bata sa Filipino program.
And they should start them young.
Yeah. At kung mas bata pang magsimula, mas maganda. By the way, I forgot to mention that
Yes po, go ahead.
they can get additional credits if they pass a special language exam. And so kung galing na sila sa Filipino Bilingual Program, definitely, even if they were born here, sigurado na makakapasa sila sa special language credit na binibigay kapag high school na sila. And yung 4 credits ang pwedeng makuha nila na pwedeng magamit sa university when applying for scholarships.
Wow.
Hindi nakakaalam nito, pero yun sa mga bagay looking forward na makukuha doon sa programa kapag nasimulan pa ng bata pa lang sila nasimulan na nila ito.
Wow, napakaganda nung sinabi ni Ma'am Pori na yun, no? Sana natandaan po ninyo mga ka-AYOS, but you can also play this again. Ayan, meron pa tayong isang comment po mga madam, ha? Si Lai Torres, agree para maging continuous ang language skills ng mga bata and later on, mas magamit sa everyday dealings natin. Yan, papasok ko lang yung entry ni Miss Lai Torres. Again, bago ko i-draw ang ating raffle tonight, nagpapasalamat po ako again sa ating mga distinguished panel of guests, yan, headed by Ma'am Cory Juan. It's so nice to meet you po, Ma'am. And of course, si Ma'am Pori Pedrina. Cory and Pori. Thank you so much po for gracing the show. Ayan. And hopefully, hindi ito ang last. Sana magkasama pa tayo in the future kung ano man ang pwede nating i-share sa mga kababayan natin. Ayan. So, i-raffle off ko lang po ang winner natin tonight sa ating gift card. Siyempre, nagsumali kayo, nag-join kayo sa ating discussion, meron kayong premyo kay Papa D. Ang lucky winner natin, I see Maggie Padilla. Congratulations, Maggie Padilla. You won yourself. Yan, important card, courtesy of Ayos. Ayan. And pretty soon, mag-sponsor si Ma'am Pori ng kanyang pa-premyo.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, thank you so much, Ma'am Pori and Ma'am Cory. Good night po sa inyong dalawa. And this has been Papa D. Sabay-sabay tayo. Sabi tayo ng Ayos. This Ain't Your Ordinary Show, Season 12 na. Ito ang Ayos! Bye-bye po. Good night, everyone.
Ayos!
Ayos.
Ayos!
Magandang gabi.
Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat.